Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the great state of the 208. I'm Troy, I'm going to be your host for today, and today we are talking about my Shelby GT500. This is a 2007 Shelby GT500. I got this car from Copart out of Texas. It has 84,000 miles. It was hit in the rear, but it wasn't that bad. Luckily, all I really needed to replace was the bumper cover and the taillights. And so I actually upgraded the taillights a little bit. So I've only had this car for about 6 months. When I bought the car, it already had a JLT big throttle body on it. It had a cold air intake on it, and it had a Roush exhaust on it. And I had no idea how much I was going to fall in love with the Roush exhaust until I replaced it, because one of them got damaged in the accident. One of the tips got damaged, so I replaced the exhaust. And man, oh man, I can't wait to do the cold start for you guys on this thing. This thing is just, it wakes up the neighborhood. So we just want to kind of come around and tell you some of the things about the car. So on the front end here, pretty much all the way it was when I got it. I did replace the fog lights in it. I did have to replace the chin spoiler, not from the accident, just because whoever owned it before me chewed it up when coming in and out of driveways. So I went ahead and painted that color matched. We painted the grills gloss black so they'd stand out a little bit better. The car was already lowered when I got the car. It was running a set of RTR Tech 720s, and I really just didn't like the way they sit on the car. So I went out and found these Ferratas, and what a day and night difference. I love the way they look on the car. Obviously we're running the Nitto tires on it. We always try to run Nittos on our cars, and we run Nittos on our four-wheel drives as well. You can see the big brakes there. We did go ahead and de-stripe the whole car over the roof. We went ahead and had the Cobras painted black on the side, and then we just did the GT500 stripe on the side. I like a very clean and simple look. We color matched the mirrors, color matched the rocker moldings on the sides, color matched the rear, I think they call them spats, right here. One of the things I do need to do is I do need to bring the car down a little bit lower. It is sitting on, I want to say they're, well, actually, I don't know. I thought they were iBox, but I don't think they are springs. But I do need to bring it down just a little bit more, not too much. The weird thing about the car when I got it is it had a rear seat delete in it. And I'm not a big fan of that. I like the rear seats to be in there, so we had to source out a seat. But finding a Shelby rear seat was nearly impossible, so I just went with a leather GT seat in the back until I can find a Shelby rear seat, and then I'll replace that later on, because I want the car to be as original as it can be. So they had this fuel door on it when I got it. We went ahead and painted it white. It was black. I didn't really like it. It stood out too much for me. Big shout out to LMR. I got the exhaust and the taillights and the spat and the rear bumper cover from LMR.com. I use those guys on pretty much all my Ford stuff. And I have quite a bit of Ford stuff. If you've been watching the channel, you've seen some of the other Fords that I have. So again, the Roush exhaust, I just can't wait to start this thing up. It brings a smile to my face every time I start it up. So we are going to be retinting the windows. I think the windows are a little too dark for me. I might be just getting old, but dark tint just doesn't do it for me anymore. So we'll go ahead and go to the front and kind of show you the engine bay. Of it, again, it's the 5.4 liter supercharged V8 in it. Again, big shout out to battery tenders. I can't say it enough. We run these on every one of our cars just so that it's easier to move them around. If you've watched some of the videos, you'll see us do some hyperlapse of us moving the cars around, so it's easier when they just all fire right up. Again, the JLT performance intake, the bigger throttle body on it. I believe this came on the car. I don't know who the manufacturer of it is. Obviously it's an aftermarket pulley for the supercharger. So from now we'll just kind of, I really don't know what to do with the car, because the car is just so much fun to drive. But I am, anybody that has any opinions or any comments that they'd love to throw my way, I'd love to be able to squeeze just a little bit more horsepower out of the car and get it up into that. I'd like to see it around the 600 range if possible. Well, I know it's possible, but 600 horses is a good daily driver. So let's go ahead and move into the interior real quick. So again, pretty much the interior's pretty much stock, other than, like I said, the rear back seat that I had to put in out of the GT, which again I will be fixing. Again, 84,000 miles. The previous owner kept their gear shift knob, so I actually ordered this from Carroll Shelby USA, as well as the hood struts that you saw under the bay as well. I got both of those from Carroll Shelby USA. The car came with the Pioneer double din in it, and other than that, I really don't think there's anything else I want to do to the interior. I know a lot of guys go all out with carbon fiber. The one thing I'm curious of is, I believe there was a plaque right here that had Carroll Shelby's signature on it. I would love to find that out if that's correct. So if anybody who has a GT500 or anybody that knows, if you could let me know, and if anybody could let me know how to replace it if it was definitely there, I would love to have that back in the car as well. Again, just kind of looking at the interior, the back seat. Again, I came close, but I'll fix it later on when it gets closer, and I just kind of dial it in a little bit more. So I'm going to do a cold start for you right now. Again, headphone users, I'm sorry, it's going to be a little bit loud, but I love it. So hang on one second and let me do this real quick. Thanks again for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please hit the like button. And if you really liked it, hit the subscribe button. And for more content on the Shelby, please smash that notification button. Again, thanks again. My name is Troy. Until next time, we'll see you in the ordering.